Continuous talk. We don't know their story. Now say go do on. It will they repeat the same thing. Before you know it, you don't watch 10 minutes.
You also have said before.
You repeat them. Now them be content creator, better one. They go to school. They go to school.
So they know we can go work tomorrow.
Now you know I carry jacket now. Get
If I carry jacket, they not see me.
I go beat you. If you want buy umbrella, if you buy.
We not say. You go, I know me say I go wet.
Do.
Go follow. And I every that time we supposed to go work. Now you want to start to before from 8 o'clock.
They don't even show our supporters at all.
They don't know where they do.
Camera not fit catch them. Maybe they're supposed to give them special. Hi, Harvey. Clock it. Hi, Kenja. A big shout out to Harvey. A big shout out to Kenja. Our first person is Harvey, second person is Kenja, and third person is Malia. Or Milia. I hope I got it. A big shout out to Haspen. A big shout out to Salaya. A big shout out to Laya. A big shout out to Libby. A big shout out to Leah. A big shout out to Salaya. You're welcome. A big shout out to Kiram. A big shout out to Olivia. Bye. A big shout out to Kiram. A big shout out to Jace. A big shout out to... Thank you. You said my name right. Oh, thank God. A big shout out to Danny. I love you, but I've had no views and I didn't even know that you was live. Then I went in the channel and clicked the live. Clock it. Oh, thank you so much. Guys, drop your names. Guys, can we go like? Thank you. I just have only one like. A big shout out to Jackson Sanders. A big shout out to Lula. Oh, hope I got the pronunciation right. A big shout out to Lara. A big shout out to Sin. A big shout out to Ray. Guys, please let's go like and sub. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Danny. A big shout out to Kish. A big shout out to Zoe. Pride. You want 4. A big shout out to Gabby. I sub. Thank you so much, Sane. A big shout out to Zoe. A big shout out to Gabby. A big shout out to Zada Great. A big shout out to Kamsi. A big shout out to Naira. Let's go. Please drop your name. I give you a shout. A big shout out to Zada Great. A big shout out to Kamsi. Guys, let's go like and sub. Thank you so much. Let's go like and say a big shout out to Hannah. Grace, love your video so much. Can you pin me, please? Yeah, I will do that. No worries. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Lexi. A big shout out to Brooklyn. A big shout out to Renata. A big shout out to Rayleigh. I joined your life every day. Thank you so much, my darling. Guys, let's go like and sub. Thank you so much. A big shout out to me. A big shout out to Pesley. A big shout out to Aubrey. A big shout out to Marcy. A big shout out to Allah. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love your video. Thank you. A big shout out to Mosam. A big shout out to Nasi. A big shout out to Kaylee. Guys, let's go like and sub. A big shout out to CJ. A big shout out to Stephanie. A big shout out to Loila. A big shout out to Savannah. A big shout out to Martin. A big shout out to Umbata. A big shout out to Cheyenne. A big shout out to Nora. A big shout out to Brooke. You're back. Welcome back, Savannah. Guys, let's go like and subscribe. Please, let's take the likes to 15. Let's go. A big shout out to Forebi. A big shout out to Sandeep. A big shout out to Sienna. Good, thank you. A big shout out to David. A big shout out to Cataline. A big shout out to Aria. Shout out to Brooke. Shout out to Johnny. Hi, Zoe. Welcome back. Shout out to Zoe. Clock it. Thank you so much. I miss you too. Shout out to Karina. I miss you all.
Your progress.
A big shout out to Vanessa. A big shout out to my Tessa. A big shout out to Dido. A big shout out to Samuel. A big shout out to Ariana. I'm sick. Oh, so sorry. A big shout out to Rana Pink. A big shout out to, you're from Mexico. Thank you so much. Please, let's go like and sub. A big shout out to Noah. A big shout out to Kelly. Oh, you threw up. Sorry. Sorry. Take care of yourself. A big shout out to Tessa. A big shout out to Johnny. Yeah, just try and take your medication. You'll be fine. Okay. A big shout out to Addison. I love your heart. Did you made it? No. A big shout out to Kiki Air Lifestyle. That's me. That's me. That's me. Toot. Yeah. A big shout out to Linda. A big shout out to Kelly. A big shout out to Carly. A big shout out to Gabby. A big shout out to, guys, drop your names. Kamakala. A big shout out to Penelope. A big shout out to Charlotte. I had for Medicare, but I made it worse. Oh, sorry, my darling. Sorry, so sorry. I think you need a rest. A big shout out to Marcy. A big shout out to Akira. Gabby, I'll pin you later, okay? Just in 5 minutes. A big shout out to Akira. You're such a beautiful woman with grace, humanity. Thank you and kindness. Thank you so much. I love your videos. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Sophia. Thank you so much. A big shout out to No. Guys, let's go like and sub. Let's go, 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 go. Yeah, a big shout out to Jennifer. A big shout out to Aubrey. A big shout out to Grace. Shout out to Hava. Let's go. Your voice is so beautiful. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Marcin. Shout out to Simon. Shout out to Nick. Thank you. Shout out to Hope. Shout out to Hedin. Thank you so much. Guys, please let's subscribe, okay? Can we take the likes to 20? Thank you. A big shout out to Marcin. A big shout out to Eden. A big shout out to Christine. A big shout out to Maddie. A big shout out to Brock. A big shout out to Kinga Lanoka. A big shout out to Eden. A big shout out to Rayleigh. Shout out to Barkley. Shout out to Betty. Shout out to Luna. You're very kind. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Addison. A big shout out to Amber. You like the ones? Yeah, I don't know. A big shout out to Ariella. A big shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Chaloha Kashetosh. Shout out to Sandy. Shout out to Mia. Shout out to Lila. Shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Nag. Shout out to Liliana. Shout out to Ishomit. Shout out to Lila. Shout out to Sandy. Shout out to Landon. Shout out to Lena. Shout out to Mila. Shout out to Grace. Shout out to Sandy. Shout out to Happy. Shout out to Ashush. Shout out to Ellen. Shout out to Scarlett. Shout out to Jared. Shout out to Lassie. Shout out to Hoshen. Shout out to Jeremiah. Shout out to Myla. Shout out to Ruby. Shout out to Elisabella. Shout out to Ivy. Shout out to Azeli. Shout out to Ruby. Shout out to Remy. Shout out to Sams. Shout out to Lydia. Shout out to Sandy. Shout out to Isabella. Shout out to Jackie. Shout out to Jessie. Shout out to Clover. Shout out to Shelly. Shout out to Azaya. Shout out to Hope. Shout out to Rosie. Shout out to Ania. Shout out to Cow. Guys, let's go like and sub. Thank you. Please, can we take the like to 25? A big shout out to Fiona. A big shout out to Penelope. A big shout out to... Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Natalie. A big shout out to Khadija. A big shout out to Atali. A big shout out to Clark Key. Your hair is so pretty. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Juan. I love your voice. Thank you, Gabby. A big shout out to... A big shout out to Eliana. A big shout out to Kinley. A big shout out to Juan. Shout out to Habi. Thank you so much. You sound so good. Thank you so much. Guys, drop your names. Don't forget to like and sub. Please, can we take the like to 30? Thank you. Please, let's take the likes to 30 and let's subscribe. A big shout out to Victoria. A big shout out to Hubby. A big shout out to Erila. A big shout out to Jimmy. A big shout out to Ania. Your voice sounds great. Thank you. A big shout out to Abby. A big shout out to Isheno. Shout out to Alina. I love your heart. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Rihan. I love your face. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Adi. A big shout out to Wisna. A big shout out to Loy. Shout out to Cassie. Shout out to Madeline. Shout out to Alina. Shout out to Wisna. You should be a singer. Your voice is so pretty. Oh, thank you so much. Shout out to Adi. Shout out to Leah. Shout out to Azeli. Shout out to Zari. Shout out to Alina. Shout out to Audrey. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Sage. Shout out to Amaura. Thank you so much. Shout out to Alina. Your voice is so pretty. Thank you so much. oh, sorry. Okay, message. Oh, thank God. Shout out to Azeline. Shout out to Ateli. Shout out to Ashley. Amen. Thank you. Shout out to Koheli. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Shout out to Zaza. Shout out to Holly. Shout out to Mika. Shout out to Jaco Hano. Shout out to Kenzie. Shout out to Athena. Shout out to Sadi. Guys, please can we take the like to 35? Thank you. Thank you. Let's take the likes to 35 and also subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Maria. A big shout out to Avery. A big shout out to Kareli. A big shout out to Makino. A big shout out to Ateli. A big shout out to Saidi. A big shout out to Leah. A big shout out to Azeli. A big shout out to Icon. A big shout out to Hope. Shout out to Azeli. Shout out to Serenity. Hi. He's sleeping. A big shout out to Hava. A big shout out to Georgia. A big shout out to Grace. A big shout out to Hava. A big shout out to Sadie. A big shout out to Alina. A big shout out to Amara. A big shout out to Chanja Click. A big shout out to Azeli. A big shout out to Oshu. A big shout out to Avid. Oh, thank God. A big shout out to Veronica. A big shout out to Brian. A big shout out to Ania. A big shout out to Ashley. A big shout out to Kanko. Shout out to Emily. Thank you for subbing. Thank you so much. Yeah, yes, sub. A big shout out to Prince. You are mean with your question. Very mean. Anyways, and thank God I'm straightforward. Yeah, I don't pretend. A big shout out to Lily. A big shout out to Lauren. A big shout out to Emily. You guys have pretty names. Pretty. A big shout out to Imam. A big shout out to Lady. All right, my dear Savannah. A big shout out to Kaylee. A big shout out to Luna. A big shout out to Arihani. A big shout out to Adrian. A big shout out to Mbali. Thank you so much, Savannah. A big shout out to Easy. A big shout out to Rayleigh. A big shout out to Gabby. Shout out to Sowe. Shout out to Segio. Shout out to Alec. My next life is tomorrow. Shout out to Alex. What's the time for you, Savannah? Shout out to Jenny. Thank you. Shout out to Sayway. Shout out to Snowy. Shout out to Kenley. Guys, let's go like and sub. Please, can we take the like to 40, please? Yeah, a big shout out to Hella. Shout out to Laffy. Thank you. You're welcome. Shout out to Atela. Shout out to Sienna. Shout out to Amani. Shout out to Kehagan. Shout out to Daleza. Shout out to Amani. Shout out to Nayeli. Shout out to Lindia. I don't know. Shout out to Sayway. Shout out to Caroline. Big shout out to Chris. Guys, let's go. Please, let's go like and sub. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Divine. Shout out to Misa. Guys, please let's take the like to 45. Thank you. Please let's go like and sub. Thank you so much. Do. Clark it. Shout out to Suzu. Clock it. Shout out to Ruby. You girls slay. Slay kings and queen. Clock it. A big shout out to Hardy. Shout out to Venetia. Shout out to Sarah. Hi, Opal. Shout out to Opal. Clock it, girl. You slay. I love your voice. Thank you so much, Caroline. A big shout out to a big shout out to Joanna. A big shout out to Onyx. Hi, hope you're good. Yeah, I look like on. Thank you so much. Clock it. A big shout out to Sophia. Shout out to Mora. Thank you. Shout out to Krisha. A big shout out to Kiwi. A big shout out to Imon. Shout out to Haley. It's my birthday. I'm turning 11. Oh, congratulations. A big shout out to Atia. Shout out to Ruby. Shout out to Barbara. Shout out to Samantha. Shout out to Rito. Okay, shout out to Nadia. Shout out to Barbara. You're welcome. Happy birthday to you. Big shout out to Sian. Shout out to Rafi. A big shout out to David. A big shout out to Crystal. A big shout out to Genesis, your lovely sister. A big shout out to Etienne. Big shout out to Daniela. You're pretty. Thank you so much. I love your hearts. Thank you. Let's go, guys. Oh. Okay. A big shout out to Jacob. A big shout out to Mila. Shout out to Jahina. Shout out to Jelly or Shabby. Shout out to Opa. Shout out to Cello. Shout out to Liam. Shout out to Lara. Shout out to Kiri. Big shout out to Violet. Shout out to Cello. Shout out to Brianna. Thank you. Shout out to Lily. Shout out to Mystery. Shout out to Layla. Shout out to Olivia. Shout out to Cayenne. Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to Day Day. Shout out to Sophie. Shout out to Opal. Hi. Shout out to Marcin Sam. Shout out to Reese. Shout out to Finley. Shout out to Kimora. Shout out to Kiki. Thank you, Opal. Guys, let's go. Please, let's like and sub. Can we take the likes up to 45? Thank you. Can we take the likes up, please, to 45? If you are just coming, please, let's go like. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you. All right, Onyx. Thank you. A big shout out to Kimora. Shout out to Princess. Shout out to Lexi. I just subbed. Thank you so much. Shout out to Kimora. Shout out to Lexi. Yeah, let's drop our name. Shout out to Kim Bali. Shout out to Steven. Shout out to Bailey. Shout out to Zoom. Shout out to Remy. A big shout out to Paige. Shout out to Joylene. Shout out to Azeli. Shout out to Snarlead. Yes, Queen. Big shout out to Macy. A big shout out to Paigey. Hi, Paigey. Big shout out to Satya. A big shout out to Misha. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Hardy. A big shout out to Ethan. A big shout out to Lee. A big shout out to Malia. A big shout out to Kim. You're so cute. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Kim. Big shout out to Dania. A big shout out to Jasmine. A big shout out to Kahiri. A shout out to Millie. Shout out to Adi. Thank you so much. Shout out to Malani. Shout out to Bella. You're so cute. Thank you. Shout out to Emilia. Shout out to Audrey. Shout out to Jasma. Guys, please, can you take the like to 50? Thank you so much. Let's take the like up to 50. Yeah, and please, we shouldn't forget to subscribe. Thank you, love. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. Please, let's take the like to 50, and let's subscribe as well. A big shout out to Solawi. Shout out to Angela. Shout out to Hava. Shout out to Miha. Shout out to Jody. Shout out to Solawi. Shout out to Kiki. Shout out to Opa. Shout out to Brainly. Shout out to Naomi. Shout out to Sweet. Shout out to Bloodhot. Shout out to Anna. Shout out to Avan. Shout out to Sweet. Shout out to Raw. No. Shout out to Cecilia. Shout out to Cedra. Shout out to Janenis. Shout out to Cedra. Shout out to Evelyn. Shout out to Janenis. Please, guys, can we take the like to 255 for me? Thank you. Please, we shouldn't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Please, we shouldn't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Valerie. A big shout out to Sophia. A big shout out to 67. Who is typing 67? I think 67 is gone for good. A big shout out to Yaya. A big shout out to Philly. A big shout out to Siho Changbeam. Shout out to Brock. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to Ayo. Guys, let's take the like up, please. Yeah, we can do it. Let's take the like to 60. Thank you. I know we can do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Okay, teamwork, teamwork. Teamwork, 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 guys. Let's go. Let's take the like up to 60 and please subscribe. Thank you. Teamwork, guys. Let's do it together. Okay. Clock it. Slay King and Queen. Hope I won't bite myself today. Oh my days. A big shout out to Maya. A big shout out to Arianis. Thank you. A big shout out to Willow. A big shout out to Desire. A big shout out to Lauren. Guys, please, let's take the like up to 60. Yeah, let's do it together, please. Okay, please, let's take the likes up and let's subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Lead. So I go live every day and I give you all a shout out just to brighten your day, make you feel important, make you feel loved, you know. So let's go. Tell your friends, tell your neighbor, tell anyone you can tell to join this channel. Thank you all for coming. Okay, God bless you. Thank you, besties for life. Clock it. A big shout out to Carly. A big shout out to Lola. Guys, don't forget to watch the videos on my channel. Okay, don't forget to watch my videos. You have highlights for the live stream as well. Please don't forget to like. Okay, thank you so much. And comments. A big shout out to Courtney. You're welcome. A big shout out to Maria. Big shout out to Kati. A big shout out to Rayleigh. Big shout out to Trace. Shout out to Finley. Shout out to Andrea. Shout out to Liana. Oh, thank you so much, Courtney. A big shout out to Colin. Please, can we take the like up, please? Thank you. Did you say a big shout out to Cathy? A big shout out to Trace Lee Flowers. A big shout out to Emily. A big shout out to Kathleen. My nickname is Zoe. Big shout out to you, Zoe. Big shout out to Raya. Shout out to Kimora. Shout out to Elijah. Shout out to Beckley. Shout out to Faja. Shout out to Ava. Shout out to Hardin. Shout out to Kati. Shout out to Hava. Shout out to Hela. Shout out to Ivy. Shout out to Benny. Oh, Benny is my sister's name. Clock it. My immediate younger sister, yeah. She's Benedicta, so she's sometimes called Benny. A big shout out to Hava. Please, let's go like and sub. Can we take the like up to 65? Thank you so much. Thank you for also subbing. Thank you, guys. You all are amazing and you have beautiful names. Thank you so much, Opa. Thank you. A big shout out to Cam. A big shout out to Alisa. A big shout out to Kenley. A big shout out to Dominic. A big shout out to Rose. You're so pretty. Thank you. Thank you so much, Opa. Enjoy your time. A big shout out to Mark Gello. I subscribe to you, Kathy. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Cam. A big shout out to Hella. Clock it. A big shout out to Model. You're a model. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this lovely, lovely comments. Amazing. Yeah, it makes me feel good. Thank you so much. Please, let's go like and sub. Can we take the like up to 65? Bless you all. A big shout out to Mark Kenzie. Hi. How are you, dear? And a great singer. Thank you so much. Thank you. A big shout out to Lila. A big shout out to Rowie. A big shout out to Malisa. A big shout out to Alina. A big shout out to Zoe. Thank you so much, Ben. A big shout out to Marcin. A big shout out to Chala. Guys, please let's go like and sub. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Ari. A big shout out to Milas. A big shout out to Ashton. A big shout out to Bella. A big shout out to Mila. Shout out to Harry. Shout out to Hava. Shout out to Olivia. You look beautiful. Thank you so much. Shout out to Hope. Shout out to Cutty. Shout out to Bella. Shout out to Faith. Shout out to Nathaniel. Shout out to Rowan. Guys, please let's go like and sub. Can we take the like up to 65? Thank you. A big shout out to Nathaniel. Shout out to Ray. Shout out to Bella. Shout out to Beck. Shout out to Kayla. Shout out to Ari. Shout out to Ayana. Shout out to Harleys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Please, can we take the like up to 70? Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Let's go, 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 go. Please, if you haven't liked, please let's like now. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And don't forget to put down your name as much as you can. Okay? A big shout out to Alessia. Big shout out to Savannah. Big shout out to Gabby. Shout out to Kaylee. Shout out to Precious. Thank you for subbing. Shout out to Tawana. Shout out to Haley. Shout out to Isla. Shout out to Tehaga. Oh, my triplets. Hi, triplets. Clock it. A big shout out to Farah. A big shout out to my triplet, Andy, Andrew, and Elizabeth. Yee. Clock it. Guys, let's go. A big shout out to Camryn. A big shout out to Fire. A big shout out to Serenity. A big shout out to Camryn. A big shout out to Koshno. A big shout out to Justin. A big shout out to Rayon. A big shout out to Bella. A big shout out to Fire. A big shout out to Rayon. A big shout out to Bella. Please, can we take the like to 70? I just need 3 amazing person. Yeah, 3 lovely person that I haven't like. Okay, to take it to 70 and to also subscribe. Our quadruplet name, Eliana. A big shout out to Eliana, the 4th person. But I don't know if I'll be able to remember. Since you the first time you gave me the 3 of your names and not her. Yeah, I just pray I'll be able to add her to it. A big shout out to Arabella. A big shout out to Has. A big shout out to Vava. A big shout out to Ava. A big shout out to Kenny. A big shout out to Kelly. Shout out to Ken. Shout out to Maya. Shout out to Dylan. Shout out to Tenacin. Shout out to Hako. Shout out to Arabella. Shout out to Polly. Shout out to Molly. Shout out to Connor. Shout out to Melissa. Shout out to Camille. Shout out to Carrie. Shout out to Manat. Shout out to Arabella. Shout out to Amy. Shout out to Fumi. Shout out to Sherry. Oh, you started talking to her. Oh, Ellie. Oh, that's good. Thank you for that. You made me proud. Oh, that's good. I love that. Well done. A big shout out to Kali. I just think it doesn't matter who is right, doesn't matter who is right. You're making peace is the best. Just let go. Hmm? A big shout out to Ruby. A big shout out to Sigma girl. Sigma, Sigma girl. Sigma boy, Sigma girl. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, see. Guys, let's take the like to 75 and let's subscribe. Thank you so much. Drop your names back to back. A big shout out to Fumilayo. A big shout out to Senna. A big shout out to Arabella. A big shout out to Kenzie. A big shout out to Lily. A big shout out to Jerry. A big shout out to Sadie. A big shout out to Karin. A big shout out to Natalie. A big shout out to Sella. A big shout out to Bree. A big shout out to Kiki. A big shout out to Brooklyn. A big shout out to Nikki. A big shout out to Emma. A big shout out to Karine. Oh my days. I'm wiping out my eyeliner. I hope he's not messing up. Let's go. A big shout out to Rachel. Just wipe that off. A big shout out to Jenny. A big shout out to Marcin, Sophie, Daniela, Lara, Megan, and Yoncha. A big shout out to Lila. Shout out to Westine. Shout out to Stella. I should be a commentator in a football club. A big shout out to, then I'll be like, a big shout out to Sadio Mane. When you a big shout out to Saka. And you be calling great footballer. Oh dear, I need microphone. A big shout out to Idiom. A big shout out to Kim. A big shout out to Adi. A big shout out to Lola. A big shout out to Lyndon. A big shout out to Kemi. Clock it. A big shout out to Savly. Guys, please, can we take the likes to 80? Let's go, let's go. We need to be fast. Yeah, so that we can quickly get to 100 likes and also subscribe. Thank you so much. Guys, please, let's go. A big shout out to Rosaline. Yeah, let's do that as quickly as possible. Thank you. Let's take it to 100, please. A big shout out to Breen. Testing the microphone. A big shout out to what am I saying? Big shout out to Lila. A big shout out to Falin. Do you speak English? What am I speaking? Okay, Spanish, I beg you. I thought you said, do you speak English? I want to ask, what am I speaking? A big a big shout out to Avaline. A big shout out to Soraya. A big shout out to Mina. A big shout out to Janella Faith. Pretty names. All these names are beautiful. Let's go. Please take the likes up. Okay, thank you. And also subscribe. A big shout out to Ade. A big shout out to Ronaldo Fadi. A big shout out to Roslyn. Big shout out to Kiki. That's me. That's me. Yeah, guys, you can call me Essay, but you can also call me Kiki. That's my YouTube channel. That's fine. Let's go. A big shout out to Leave. A big shout out to Calm Down. A big shout out to Kayla. A big shout out to Titla. Thank you so much. Thank you, gorgeous. A big shout out to Natasha. Hi, darling. Good evening. A big shout out to Rayleigh. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Jack. A big shout out to Nisi. A big shout out to Jack. A big shout out to Hardy. Shout out to Hasmi. Shout out to Reason. Oh, thank you so much. You're my big fan. God bless you. A big shout out to Pia. Please, we shouldn't forget to tell our friends to join this lovely channel, okay? If you're having fun, your friends should also have fun, should also be happy. Guys, let's spread the news. A big shout out to Cassie. A big shout out to Adam. A big shout out to Sammy. A big shout out to Rosaline. A big shout out to Ellie and Justice. A big shout out to... Thank you so much. A big shout out to Nova. A big shout out to Ayesha. A big shout out to Zari. A big shout out to Mia. A big shout out to Jenny. A big shout out to Erin. Clock it, guys. Please, let's go. Can we take the like up to... I just need 2 amazing person to take the like up to 95. Okay, is it 2 or 5? Yeah, 5 amazing person. Please, let's go. Let's take the like up to 95. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Teamwork. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Clock it. 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 Guys, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to tell your mom, your dad, anyone, anybody, you know, everyone to subscribe, okay? I love you so much too. Clock it, Jenny. A big shout out to Rivet. Guys, let's go. We can do it. A big shout out to Leah. A big shout out to Ariana. Thank you. You guys are supporting me 100%. You know, you just love the way I do it. Thank you so much. Some people will just love you regardless, you know. And I know I have people that love me here. Thank you so much, my besties. Thank you. A big shout out to Mido. A big shout out to Maya. A big shout out to Eva. You're so pretty. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Gona. A big shout out to Amani. Yay. A big shout out to Adali. Yay. A big shout out to Kennedy. Yay. A big shout out to Lily. A big shout out to Mickey. A big shout out to Trinity. A big shout out to Slow Name. A big shout out to Marty. Yay. A big shout out to Ayana. God bless you. God bless you too, dear. A big shout out to Baby. So we have Baby here. That's good. A big shout out to Mad. A big shout out to Maja. A big shout out to Jenna. I was in the last live. Oh, Clark Kid girl. Thank you, Crystal. A big shout out to more kids. A big shout out to Apa. A big shout out to Samuel. You look like Bangcha from Stray Kids, guys. Really? Do I look like that? Guys, let's do it. We just have 3 more to get to 100 likes. Let's go. I know we can do it. Guys, 3 more. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Just 3 more amazing likes to get to 100. I know we can do it, please. 2 more to go. And please don't forget to subscribe. I love you all. Okay? It's just me. Just Kiki. A big shout out to Sophie. I remember I asked you all those questions and I wanted to go to Nigeria. A big shout out to Appa. You want to go to Nigeria? Yeah, just hold on a bit. A big shout out to Mira. I'm not in Nigeria, I'm in the UK. A big shout out to Idaya. A big shout out to Idani. A big shout out to Caroline. A big shout out to Tom. A big shout out to Trinity and Jaten Forever. Are you both yeah, we've gotten to 100 likes. Thank you guys. Oh, I wanna cry. Don't cry, don't cry. Take it easy. A big shout out to Doki. Guys, thank you so much. You all are amazing, okay? Thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys are good and you have pretty names. Are you 71 or 72? I think I'm 102 years. Yeah, yeah. The last time I checked. Yeah, the last time I checked, I was 122 years. Yeah, absolutely. You were close, anyways. A big shout out to Susan. Yay! A big shout out to Ivy. Yay! A big shout out to Doruk. Yay! A big shout out to Ivy. Yay! A big shout out to Doruk. Guys, let's go drop your names. Good. A big shout out to Salma. A big shout out to Kati. Thank you, Kati, for subbing. A big shout out to Ramseen. Hi, Ramseen. Yeah, you're welcome. Please go like and subscribe. Clarkies. A big shout out to Salma. Don't cry, you are the best. Thank you. You are the best as well. If not you guys, I wouldn't be here, honestly. Trust me. If not for you guys, I wouldn't have been here. So all thanks to you guys, okay? Thank you. Don't forget to keep supporting me the best possible in any form that you can support me. When I put my videos out there, you can share, like, just give me that energy vibes, that positive vibes. You can share the videos, especially my fashion acts, my content and all of that. But I trust you guys anyways. Thank you. You got me covered. You can do it. You need to take time for yourself and shout your name out. So I'm saying Kiki for you. A big shout out to Kiki, hair lifestyle. That's me, that ooh, choo, choo. That's me, that choo, choo, choo. That's me, that's me. Let me give myself a shout out, isn't it? A big shout out to Kiki. Do, 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 do. Super Kiki. Clock it. Can you please say my friend's name? A big shout out to your lovely friend, Poppy. A big shout out to Kalia. Thank you for giving me a shout. Crystal, you're blessed. A big shout out to Ali. Ah, God bless you too. I didn't even read what you write. I just said, bless you, you are blessed. And yeah, the spirit is flowing. I love that. God bless you so well, okay? A big shout out to Camila. A big shout out to Lily. I love you too. Oh, thank you. God bless you all. I love you all. A big shout out to Aria. Let's go. Let's drop our names. You can drop it as many times as possible. I will call you out. I'll call you out. I have my own channel and it is called Crystal86. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Keep going. Just post every day. And if you're eligible to go live, you can also go live, okay? Oh, you have 56. Yeah. Okay, on TikTok. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not really active on TikTok. Well, a big shout out to Seda, but I'm on TikTok. Yeah, but I post every day and yeah, a big shout out to Levy. A big shout out to Kara. Guys, let's go like and sub. A big shout out to Seiden. A big shout out to Levy. What about your YouTube? How many do you have? A big shout out to Elvis. A big shout out to Harmony. Oh my god, Caprice, what's the matter? A big shout out to Kara. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Emily. A big shout out to Lilian. A big shout out to Amy. I love your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Guys, please let's go like. Can we take the like up to 5? Just 3 amazing person to 105. And please subscribe for me. Thank you so much. 21. A big shout out to Hannah. A big shout out to Mycene. Somebody said Jesus saved this woman from tears. Amen. Amen. A big shout out to Lani. Oh, you are new. Bless you. Please go like and subscribe. Thank you so much. It's a lovely channel, trust me. Yeah, yeah, my subscribers can tell you about them. My besties can tell you about the channel. It's nice. Yeah, I sub. A big shout out to Ethan. Please, we should like and subscribe. Thank you. If you have sub, you don't need to sub again. You can only sub once. Except you have unsubscribe, which is not fair. So, all right, let's go. A big shout out to Jasmine. A big shout out to Krista. I think you prefer Crystal, right? I love you too. Thank you so much. No, I'm not filming another live stream today. It will be tomorrow. Yeah. Today is the last. This one is the last one. Yeah. A big shout out to Junior. A big shout out to Daya. Guys, let's go. Let's go like and sub. Oh, I just sub. Thank you, Capri. Thank you so much. You are blessed. Amen. And you too. A big shout out to Mahilani. A big shout out to Rainy. Thank you, Elvis. Thank you for subbing. That's so nice. Guys, I want to thank all our new friends, subscribers, besties. I want to say a very big thank you for subbing. Yeah, it's an amazing channel. Yeah, you will love it. You can ask question if you think you think or you feel you need to ask, or you're worried or concerned about anything. It's a nice channel, trust me. Okay, let's go. A big shout out to Awi Sob and like, thank you, Audrey. If I did not pronounce your name well, please pardon me. You can as well tell me how to say it. Okay, a big shout out to Lanchanda. A big shout out to Willow. I saw when I was first saw your live only. Oh my god, I really wanna shout for her. And I gonna shout out. So I followed you all. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Julian. So you can read the comment from where's that comment again? Oh, it's gone. I can't scroll down now. A big shout out to Armani. You look so beautiful. Thank you so much, Jad. Please like and subscribe. Please, can we take the like to 15? And please subscribe. Thank you. A big shout out to Julian. A big shout out to Melissa. Yes. Everyone subscribe, please. I have to go. Oh, thank you so much, Crystal. You are amazing. A big shout out to Fatima. A big shout out to Azalaya. A big shout out to Gavrila. Yeah. I'm not ignoring anyone. Yeah, I don't ignore anyone, okay? I don't really like it when people say, stop ignoring me. Yeah, I don't feel happy about it. I must be honest with that. Yeah, I don't feel happy when people say, stop ignoring me, because I'm really trying my best, to read every comment. And if I don't see your comment, please keep pushing it. My eyes will definitely catch it. And if my eyes did not catch it, it means YouTube took your comment out. When the comment is written, it's hidden. That means YouTube hide your comments, especially comments that are not because of the policy. So the setting is like that. So when you type something and it's not nice, they take it off. So I can't start opening it because we count those comments as irrelevant. So it's only positive comments that are up here. And it is YouTube policy, not my policy. So I always feel bad when people say I ignore them. And honestly, I don't do it. I really do try my best. I try my best to reach everyone. You all know. So please, let's be positive, okay? If you want to help me, just keep putting your comments there back to back. That is how you can help me. But you coming to say I'm ignoring you, it used to hurt me. I don't know why. Yeah, I just feel bad about it because I think I'm really trying. Mm? So please, please let's be calm. Just do as I've said. That is how you can help me. Please, please. I beg you. Yeah, let's go. A big shout out to Melina. You are my favorite YouTuber. God bless you. Thank you so much, Star. Yeah, I don't really like drama, anything hot. I don't like it. Mm. Okay, a big shout out to Marcine. A big shout out to Wrinkles, your lovely friend. A big shout out to Sua. A big shout out to Sabrina. Yeah, let's go. A big shout out to Alina. A big shout out to Fiercely. Shout out to Gavriala. A big shout out to Gabasha. Wow. Lovely names. A big shout out to Sophia. A big shout out to Nico. A big shout out to Elena. A big shout out to Isabella. A big shout out to Paisley. Hi, dear. A big shout out to Sophia. A big shout out to Lisa. I subscribe everyone, guys. Please subscribe. Let's go. I'm new. My name is Konosha. Hi, Konosha. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, thank you for coming. Yeah, and we are super happy to have you here. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. I've been subscribed for years. Yes, Lisa. Yes, of course. Hi, my name is a big shout out to Nina. A big shout out to Tamina. A big shout out to Delina. I love you too. Thank you. A big shout out to Simena. A big shout out to Alina. A big shout out to Sophia. A big shout out to Tesla. A big shout out to Tesla. A big shout out to Sophia. My name is Essay. You can call me Kiki. Oh my God, thank you. You're welcome anytime. A big shout out to Jody. A big shout out to Sophie. My dog died and the 5 red heart. So sorry. So sorry for that. May so rest in peace. A big shout out to your lovely friend Mabkasha Hoj. Yeah, it's a long name. Yeah, no worries. We can manage it. Yeah, it does not matter. I also have a long name. A big shout out to Bella. I hope I pronounced it well. A big shout out to Ava. A big shout out to Tesla. A big shout out to Liat. A big shout out to Aurelio. A big shout out to Hella. A big shout out to Aurelio. A big shout out to Star. Thank you so much. I'm seeing Hamja on my comment section. Guys, don't forget to go on my comment section. If you are really my besties, yeah, and you like what I do, Please, let's go watch my videos. Drop your comments. Yeah, it means a lot. The little things you do on the channel matters a lot, honestly. Yeah, the little things. Hello, hi, how are you? You know, all those. Yeah, it means a lot. So I think if you're subscribed to this channel, that, yeah, you should also consider that. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, you subscribe. Folder. Can you? A big shout out to Chloe. Actually, mine. Oh, your family dog. Oh, bless her. May her soul rest in peace. I hope you didn't cry, but just stay strong, okay? Sorry, I really have. Sorry, I really have a bestie, not you. Yeah, it's fine, my darling. Okay, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. What I'm trying to say is, if you are subscribed to the channel, okay, I said I post videos like fashion acts. A way of supporting the channel you subscribe to. You can just put hi, hello, well done, oh, nice hack, like, share. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you should come and be my bestie, or you should leave your other bestie. No, I don't do that. Yeah, if you're really a subscriber and you like what I do, I think I give you a shout out. So if I give you a shout out and you subscribe, you can also do that. Okay? So that's just it. That's what I'm trying to say. I just hope I'm clear enough. You know, some people always misunderstand. They understand what you are trying to say, but they'll intentionally want to misunderstand what you're saying and just they'll put you in a very tight corner. They will intentionally don't want to understand what you're saying, which is not fair. A big shout out to Mankena. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Zarish. Okay, my country. What country do you live in? I live in the UK. A big shout out to Kelani. I was in your last stream. Thank you so much. Have you been coming, Kelani? Because I've been calling that name every day. As in, do you come to the live stream every day? Probably is another person. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Amaria. What country do you live in? I just said it. I said I live in the UK. Oh dear. Guys, please let's put our names and like and subscribe. I live in the UK too. Wow. That's good. Nice to meet you. Please let's like and subscribe. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Zarich Tohead. What time is it there? This is I think this is 12:40. 0040. It always confuse me, sorry, when you see 00. So 0040. City in the UK do you live in? I live in Devon. Beautiful city, Devon. Hi, Eda Fred. How are you, Eda Fred? A big shout out to you, Heather Fred. A big shout out to Tesla. Mona. It's 2:40 a.m. for you. You are not in the UK then. Yeah, then you just go ahead to put Eda Fred. Don't write all of that. You just put Eda Fred on the comment, just your name. Then I can pin it. A big shout out to Maddie. A big shout out to what city do you? Yeah, I just said it. A big shout out to Melanie. A big shout out to Bailey. What neighborhood in the UK do you live in? What neighborhood? I said I live in Devon. A big shout out to Oliver. I'm literally just asking you a question. Yeah, you said I should pin something. I said put your name, Edda Fred. Yeah, I know. Just put just your name. Put your name, then I'll pin you. I got your message. I got your question. Or probably I don't understand what you're saying. Can you say it again? Oh my dear. A big shout out to Tesla. What neighborhood in the UK do you live? I can't tell you details about where I live. I just tell you I live in Devon. I think that should be fine. Okay. I can't start giving you my address or whatsoever. So you take it like that. I won't tell anybody to start putting the address there. Yeah, no, I don't do that. So you take it like that, okay? Yes, I know Katseye. We have to meet up. We can go to the calf near the local school. No, thank you. I'm married. And I have family. Thank you so much. A big shout out to June the Queen. Clock it. A big shout out to X yeah, or Rose. Elder Fred, are you happy now? A big shout out to Elder Fred. A big shout out to Ikratohead. I'm sorry for being rude. Elder Fred, don't be rude. I won't forgive you again. That's your last chance. And yes, I love you so much. So thank you. You're welcome. Okay. No worries. So guys, please let's go. A big shout out to Tesla. A big shout out to Ice Creatorhead. I hope I don't bite my teeth someday. A big shout out to Holly. A big shout out to Leia. Tell me one of Ketsea's song. I'm not too good. Is it beautiful or something? I can't remember. God bless you. Are so beautiful. I bet everybody you see love you. You are so beautiful. It's not everyone that love me. Oh. It's not everybody that like me. Everyone must not like you. Everyone must not love you. It's not a must. That's the honest truth. No matter how good you are, you will still see haters. No matter how good you are, people will still hate on you. Probably not because you've done anything bad. They might just see that, oh, you are intelligent and they will come for you. Or they might see that, oh, she has a house. She just bought a house. They will hate you. They might just see that, oh, I just bought bicycle. Who did they claim they have? They just hate you. They might just see that you bought a car. They just hate you. They might just see that you have a bow leg. They just hate you. They might just see that, oh, you have a good figure. They see that, oh, you're so beautiful. You're handsome. They just hate you. So people must hate for, some people, not all everyone. So please don't, yeah. I'm back. I miss you too. Miss you, Savannah. I don't know why I get your name. I don't know. Probably because you were in my last stream. That's why I can put your name up here. I find it so hard to remember people's name. So yeah, people just ate. Yeah, it's okay, but I just want you to know that uh, you're beautiful and amazing. Thank you so much. No worries, Eda Fred. Thank you so much. I'm sobbing. Thank you for sobbing. Oni. A big shout out to Bees. Bees and Oni. Oh, your name. Bees. Oni Bees. Lovely name. So yeah, people just ate for no reason. And to me, I'm not shocked. So I'm just trying to enlighten you. So don't be surprised that yeah, the people that uh, uh, um sometimes you won't expect some actions from people. So don't be surprised because people will always give you that negative, that negative stuff. And for me, I don't care. Yeah, I don't care. We keep pushing. Those that like you, those that love you, will stay with you and support you regardless. That's just it. That's it. What's your favorite animal and movie? Um, yeah, I'm okay with dogs because I used to have two dogs, German Shepherd, male and female, and their names are Brando and Rosie. But I've not really reared cats, so I don't really know about cats. I've not raised cats. I don't know much about cats. I know I've raised chicken, I've raised fish, I've raised goat. Um, what else? I know I've raised a lot of animals. Yeah, I've raised snail. Um, I've raised dove. What else? Mm, yeah, a lot. A big shout out to Hi Nina. A big shout out to Kara. Hi, Kara. Thank you so much for subbing. I know you told me you subscribed today, and you are very, very welcome. How are you doing? Chinedu, I think I'm fine. Yeah, I think I'm doing great. Thank you. Guys, please let's go like and subscribe. Hi, Kiki, I'm back. Thank you so much for coming back, and you're highly welcome. Nice to meet you again. Thank God you didn't run away. A big shout out to Hapa. Some people just come and they run away. You won't see them again. But thank you. Kiki, I'm getting a farm in a couple months in Melbourne. There is where I'm born in Austria. Wow. I love farm. Yeah, I love farm. I don't know why. I've been raising animals from when I was young, and I'm loving it. A big shout out to Tesla. You're so pretty. Thank you so much, Chinedu. So I think, what is LP? A big shout out to Alina. A big shout out to Marcin. Yeah, guess my age. But I don't like talking about my age. I just leave it private till I'm ready to say it publicly. But I'm a full-blown adult. I'm not young at all. My farm's going to be 45 acres. Wow, that's huge. And what will you be rearing? What animal will you rear? What do you want me to paint? A big shout out to Amelia. Guys, if you're just coming in, can you please like and sub? Thank you so much. Oh, it's okay. A big shout out to Madison. A big shout out to Isabella. Why are you saying sorry, Isabella? Why are you saying sorry? I'm trying to think. Yeah, if you have said something wrong, I can't remember. You're going to get horses. I've not read horse, so I don't know how it feels. Is it very easy to rear horse? God bless you too. Please, can you write the comment again? Please don't add pin. Don't add, please pin this. No, don't add that one. Just say whatever you want to say. Let me see. Is it not Capri? Yeah, just say whatever you want to say, then I'll pin it. Yeah, Capri, reconstruct your comment. Please don't say pin this message. No, just, yeah, say what you want to say, then I'll pin it. Thank you. So it won't be like, yeah, when somebody come in and they start reading, please pin, to be like it's something, I framed it, or some, I'm begging people to write about it. So, no, don't need to say sorry, no. No, okay. You don't need to say sorry, nothing at all. I'm just trying to be, how will I put it? To be strategic about it, yeah. A big shout out to Nini. Guys, please, we shouldn't forget to like and sub. You can drop your question, you can say something now, because the comment section is a bit slow. So you can go say, ask your question, say something. Yeah, I'll respond to your comment. And if you feel I'm not responding, just keep putting it up. I will see it. What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, so you can ask any question now. But if the comments or people come in and the comment section start moving, I will go back to the shout outs proper, because I can't just leave people looking at me saying something and I'm not doing what the caption is saying. Yeah, it looks, to me it looks silly. Like, you put a caption there and I'm dropping my names, you're not saying anything. Yeah, it gets people discouraged. And yeah, so please, Capri, please write your comment, okay? I'll pin. A big shout out to Sweet Girl. Hi, Sweet Girl. Oh, you're leaving. Oh. All right, bye. Have an amazing day, okay? Thank you so much. I'm getting a quarter house. Quarter house, okay, for the horses. Quarter house. All right, enjoy. A big shout out to Sheila. A big shout out to Kara. That's amazing. That's good. A big shout out to Gracie. Oh, wait, Isabella, I'm waiting. Guys, can we drop our names and like and sub? Guys, let's go. Yeah, I will only pin. Yeah, I will only pin when you're talking about the live stream. Yeah, I'll pin. Excuse me. Yeah, I will pin. Yeah, when you talk about the live stream, positive things about the live stream. Oh, you're good, you're doing well, you're singing well, you have a nice voice, all those things, that is what I'll pin. Okay, so please, guys, let us understand. You are my favorite, you make me. Okay, I just pinned one. So let's go. A big shout out to Olivia. A big shout out to Cara. Slay Queen, Kenya. You're gorgeous. And by the way, I love your jacket. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. A big shout out to Leela. Hi, Leela. Thank you so much. Can we please like and sub? You all are amazing. Amazing diva, diva, diva. A big shout out to Mia. A big shout out to Halia. Bye. I will try to be in your next live stream. Thank you so much, Capri. A big shout out to Sam. Guys, please let's go like and sub. And you are my favorite live streamer now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please let us give wellness some time. Yeah, I just pinned wellness, so you just wait. Okay, and you can put down the comment again, then I'll pin that. Yeah, Isabel, I love that comment from you, but I don't want to pin it now because I just pinned wellness. So you can push that again after like 5 minutes. Thank you. A big shout out to Sam. A big shout out to Dede. A big shout out to Lucy. A big shout out to Caleb. A big shout out to Ariana. A big shout out to Aliyah. A big shout out to Nisi. A big shout out to Lucy. A big shout out to Caleb. A big shout out to Ariana. Please let's like and sub if you haven't done it. Thank you so much. A big shout out to Lucy. And by the way, I'm not trying to ask too much, but can you please get... Yeah, I said you just, Isabel, just wait for 4 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes. I will get you paid, okay? A big shout out to Hab. Yeah, please, we should focus more also on sharing as in sharing my videos, telling your friends, okay? They should also come as well. I think I have 2 subscribers here that literally bring in their mom, another one her friend, and it was amazing. So please let us talk about the channel, and we should not be happy alone. Let us spread love. Let us spread the positivity the channel has brought, the happiness, okay? A big shout out to Asa. A big shout out to Alina. Guys, let's go. Please, let's like and sub. Thank you so much. Yeah, 1 minute. Let's like and sub. Guys, let's go. Let's go. Please, let's like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Guys, I want to end the live, but I will start again. Guys, I want to end